This is a continuation of the Ploy. I catch myself just talking out loud, so I'm like, oh, I got to get this on video. So, the place I work at, no names of any company, nobody really knows where I work unless I tell them. So this is just information to share. They're not the only company that does this, because they think this is how companies need to be run to their fullest to maximize everything that's available. And what they do is they focus on the numbers. And focus on the numbers. And what they do is they focus on the numbers. And then there are these things that they focus on called numbers. And then they assert what they think is best for their people based on what the numbers show. And always think that they're doing right by their employees because they give them a paycheck. Well, I give you money, everything should be okay. We're also going to tell you what you need. Sorry, someone was calling. Let me finish this up. So, if you only focus on the numbers, and then take your numbers and analyze them, and then come up with a new way of doing something based on the numbers, and then you determine that that is best, what's best for your people and the company, and you never actually ask the people, what do you think is good for you? What do you like? What makes you tick? What makes you go? What excites you? Like, if you don't do any of that and interact, and you stay off in an office, and the people are in one room, your people, your employees are in one room, and you're in the other room, and we have this at my place. We have two people specifically that never come out of their office. They never interact with anybody on the floor. They just sit, whether it's an image or they're doing it on purpose because they don't want to interact because they don't know how to, or they want this image of, I'm not approachable, because that's what I've seen that in, like a tech support place I did. There was one guy sat in an office. He sat there with a look on his face like, don't come talk to me. Yet if you ever walked in there and talked to him, he was approachable. He just sat there with this scowl on his face. So they sit in this office, and all they do is analyze the numbers and watch the tickers and watch the computer and watch all these programs that they have oversight. They can oversee everybody. They look over and down on the people. Superiority. We can talk about superiority in another one. But if that's what you do, and you never actually, like, I'm not saying the numbers aren't important. The numbers are absolutely important, but it's not the only thing. It's not the only thing that's important. And then the thing that's important is, if all you're going to do is focus on the numbers and by the numbers figure out what your people need and want, boy, you're missing the big picture. You're missing the fact that there are actually people you can engage with and interact and be in a relationship with, and not just hand things down and let's see if it works. This sounds like it'd be best. Let's do this. Then you hand it down and see what happens. Then you hand it down and see what happens. And it's the same type of result over and over again. It may look a little different because the numbers change a little bit. But contextually, the way everything's delivered, it's in the same ballpark, whatever you want to call it. You want to change the sport altogether. Like, you got to get outside that and say, what are we missing? Let's talk to the people. Let's find out. And I'm not just talking about one person. I'm talking about get everybody on the same page with, what do you think is stopping the company? Why do you think you're the problem? Why do you think you're the problem? If you get a person not willing to tell you why they think they're the problem, or at least give you 5 reasons, and they're just going to point everywhere else, I'm not the problem, it's them. That's your problem. That person right there.